Alright, so game 1 of Titans of War versus Eddie. Hey man, take us through your really cool list. Just briefly, you don't have to go through every power.
So I got 9 Shining Spears with an X-Arc done up, 3 Farseers, Witnessing, one's got Stone, one Autarch with Shard, with Fusion Gun, all in jetpacks obviously. I've got 7 Wraithblades, Eldrad, 5 Spirit Seers. In reserve, I've got 5 units of jetpacks. Really basic, really fun.
2 little Death Stars, like a mini Seer Council, and a mini Wraith Star.
Yep.
Here's my list. So we've got the 4 Hive Tyrants hiding. This guy's inside. And then we've got Morlocks and Rippers in reserve. And my assassin, Kulexis? Kulexis assassin. Alright. Alrighty, so game 1, and I'm versing the one person in their team I wanted to verse, because I've got the anti-psycho assassin. Eddie's army is very psycho heavy, and with this mission I thought, yep, I'll have a good chance of actually doing well against him. Just doing the setup, so we've got the objectives. I think you saw in the intro. Eddie put 2 on his side, and I put 1 on my side. I think there was like 3 objective type things, so I put mine next to the Bastion. That was not saying the only mistake I made in this game, but that was one of the mistakes. I should not have put that objective anywhere near my deployment zone or my Bastion. What I should have done was put it right in the center next to my assassin, because Eddie plays a good game. He said, right, I'm just going to ignore your assassin and go around you. One of the problems with having the assassin in as a Come of the Apocalypse ally is you can only deploy within 12. You can't deploy within 12 inches. And so it just becomes a bit tricky how you put, how and where you put the assassin. I talked to Eddie after the game, and I said that I could have put the assassin up here near the rock things where the little red token is. But that means Eddie just would have come around the bottom, like straight down the middle of the table and then up. It may have done better, but like that would have made more sense where I put the objective, because I've put the objective just behind the Bastion thing. Anyway, my turn 1, I just Vector Strike his unit and fly off the table. The Vector Strike wounds 3 times, but he makes all his invulnerable saves, because each turn Eddie gets invisibility and fortune on both his units, pretty much every turn. And so my game plan is literally just ignore his Death Star. You know what I mean? Just ignore it. I can control his movement with the assassin, so the assassin's right in the center of the table. He's got 2 objectives on his side. I've got 1 objective on my side. Again, that was the mistake. But just ignore him. Fly off, kill. I'm looking to kill all his little jetbike units, his scoring units, and once they're all dead, I should be able to control his movement enough to win the game. And that's what I do. The Morlocks, they do some really awesome work this game. And Eddie got a bad peril, so he got a perils and on his Spirit Seer, and rolled a 1 and failed his leadership chest. So I actually got first blood on that. But then the Morlocks, they're popping up. Strength 6, AP 2. I'm instant killing Spirit Seers, because that's what I aim for. So I ignored most of his bikes. I went after the Spirit Seers first, and so he just needed to fail, 3 plus invulnerable, 2 plus invulnerable, roof reroll, whatever it was. No, it was 3 plus invulnerable for rerolls. Anyway, I managed to kill, I think, 2 of his Spirit Seers, as well as a couple of his Wraithblade dudes. And so, each turn, 1 Morlock would either mishap or scatter and be placed near him. So Eddie managed to kill a Morlock a turn, but that's actually pretty good. That's almost my game plan. As in, I was just feeding him 1 Morlock and just keep him in that corner. He wasn't necessarily wanting to come back anyway. The assassin stripping all the powers and then doing a whole bunch of shots would not be a good thing for him. You can see him in the middle here. And so I've flown on, just on literally on the bottom corners here. That's just outside of the screen where his jet bikes were, and he's got another one right at the top there. You can see. And I vector struck with my Hive Tyrants and killed them. So I've got 2 Hive Tyrants in the middle of the board, 2 Hive Tyrants down on the right on the edge here. They're flying in because they've just killed a whole bunch of dudes. Yeah, so my game plan, you can see, my game plan is working. Keep him busy, thin him out, kill as much as I can while he's in that top corner. Because of my objective placement, I'm giving him, in essence, line breaker and free objective. But I have his 2, and I have to just kill 3 more units. I think it's 3 or 4 more units of bikes, and I've got 4 Hive Tyrants to do it. So it's that, it's not an improbable thing to do. You can see my big dice there. It's turn 4. So we're getting close to the end of the game here, and I'm thinking, yep, yeah, I'm still good here. I still got the win, unless something really crazy happens. In Eddie's turn 5, I think. Yeah, and and one of the other things that I think Eddie made a little mistake on, and I guess it's because he wanted to get buffed up before I did a big alpha strike with all my Hive Tyrants hitting him, and I can understand the reasoning, but it's he being Eldar he went first, so he gave me second turn, and I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to do. Especially if you're running jet bikes and things like that, because you kind of want to, on the last turn, jump on onto objectives. He was worried though that without his buffs up, because he would have had to deploy first, I could counter deploy him, which I kind of did, and then I would have flown up and killed quite a number of his models before they actually got their buffs up. But from what I'm thinking, I don't think I would have killed enough to I don't think I would have killed enough that the bonus for him going second, it would have outweighed. Yeah, I know that's not quite good English, but anyway. Eddie does a really risky thing here. He gated infinities over to this objective. Very risky because he could have scattered off the board onto my rippers anywhere really. And he takes out I think all but one of the rippers. To me, I go, alright, that means, because he's only got one Wraith Blade and 2 jet bikes holding that back objective, so I can just fly over with my Hive Tyrants, kill them so he doesn't have mine or line breaker. I have 2 of his through rippers and Hive Tyrant, and yeah, I win the game. It was a really, really fun game though.